What's up everybody, it's Wolfang Master here, coming at you with a video that I'm hoping that will end up educating you guys a little bit. I don't really want to continue making videos like these. I'm aware that my voice isn't the most charismatic, my mic is, well, quite frankly, horseshit. And while I do want to get a better mic, this channel is primarily used for hobbyist level stuff. I don't really intend to turn YouTubing into a career. This channel is just where I have fun editing, putting videos together, and chilling on Xenoverse or potentially other games in the future if I get around to them. However, that said, there's been some recent events that have swayed me to make a video like this. I'm getting sick of modders on this game. I'm really sick of the egos people have when they just come on here and they just want to cheat. They cheat and then they think they're good because of it. And I know I'm not alone on this. A lot of people hate modders. We all hate them. We all want to avoid them in our games. So the intent of this video is to hopefully expose some modders. Well, maybe not expose. I'm not a fan of exposed videos. If you catch my drift, I'm not a big fan of them. But when it comes to these modders, I just want to make sure that we're aware of who's a modder and who isn't. So that way, if you run into them in one of your games, you can just leave and then you don't have to waste any time. Like a lot of you guys, I have very limited time, okay? I'm pretty sure we all have very limited time in our days. We can't always be on this game. College has been taking up a good majority of my time, so I rarely have enough time to, do anything. I know I've been saying time a lot in this video. I don't have a lot of time in my day, let alone my week, to play this game. Now, given that this is pretty much just a fucking video game, of course we want to just make the most of it. Now, with that said, these modders, these cheesers, they come on, they ruin our day, all that jazz. I normally don't watch exposed videos unless it's something really serious that someone did. Now, this video is not to get clout. This is not to get subscribers. This is not for any of that. I want to educate you guys so that way you know who modders are and you know who to stay away from. You know, okay, I'm in a room with a modder, I heard about this guy, let me leave. Because we don't want to run into any of these players. And just share this video with your friends. Even if they don't subscribe or anything, just share it with them. In fact, I'll even put a list of each modder I will mention in this video. I will put a list of them in the description. So if you don't even want to hear my voice or my thoughts or my experiences with these guys, you do not have to. You can just look in the description and then you have a full list right there of who to avoid. Okay? Now, with that said, I think I'm just going to get the video started. This is going to be my top 5 list with a lot of dishonorable mentions. I'm primarily going to be ranking these modders by how well known they are, by the stupid shit they pull, how much stupid shit they're pulling, and yeah, it's pretty much just gonna be in that order. I'm gonna go from least popular and annoying to most popular and annoying, okay? And if you have any experiences with these modders, just make sure you mention them in the comments, okay? And for those of you watching, take a look at the comments. Even if there's nothing there, just take a look just in case. Maybe you'll find another modder, another name for one, and then okay, that's an extra modder to take note of and to avoid. Yes, we could hope for these guys to get banned, but let's just take action now and just avoid them while we can until that day comes. If it even ever comes, because who knows, these guys may never get banned. So instead of just sitting around and doing nothing, let's just take the initiative and just not play with them, really. Okay? Alright, so kicking off the list, we have a pretty well-known modder, at least from what I can gather, called Gtbjay. Ooh boy, you can find a bunch about this guy, his playstyle, just from a simple Google search. This guy also seems to... He seems like a typical modder at first, to be honest. He just mods the game, he doesn't really say anything. I can't really find any messages of this guy, saying or doing anything immature. However, he does rage quit, which is already bad by itself, and then couple that rage quitting with the fact that he mods. It's really, dude? Well, I'm aware that there are multiple modders out there who have rage quitted before. The reason why I'm putting this guy in at number 5 is just because not only does he rage quit and not only is he a modder, but he's very popular, He's a very well-known modder, from what I can gather at least. But because of the fact that he hasn't done or said anything really stupid from what I can gather. That's why he's ending up on number 5. Okay, so now this guy, his name is God Emperor. Originally I was just going to have him as a dishonorable mention, given how I wasn't able to find much on him. However, after some more digging, I found out, now this is just a rumor, okay, so I could be totally wrong on this, and if I am, sorry to God Emperor, but either way, he is still a modder, so even if this is false, like, you know, it's still good to know who he is so you can avoid playing games with him. At least on Xenoverse, of course. So, God Emperor, there's apparently a rumor that he likes to teach people how to use mods online, and he has entire modding groups on Xenoverse 2. Now, I can't validate this for sure. I don't really have the time still to, like, keep digging up on this guy, nor do I really want to put a lot of energy into these modders. Again, this is just a hobby, and I do want to help you guys, but you guys can probably find some digging on your own. Either way, just avoid this dude. He's making modding groups, and he's trying to teach people how to mod online. Now, modding offline is okay, but the fact that he wants more people to mod online is just absolutely sick. It's like these guys want the community to die. I don't get it. So yeah, God Emperor, avoid him. If you find his groups, definitely stay away from them. See if you can maybe report them to Namco Bandai. See if that does anything, if you find any of his groups. If you know more information about this, I'd be glad to hear it. And yeah, we're gonna go on to the next modder. Alright, now I've got a personal grudge against this guy. Gold Railroads actually has a YouTube channel where he posts a lot of garbage content of him cheesing or modding half the time. And the rest of the content is just nothing special. Kind of like mine, I admit. Okay, so one time I saw a video of him modding, and I called him out on it, rightfully so. I'm like, dude, this is not cool. Why are you modding? I wasn't even insulting him. Let me just make that clear. I didn't even insult this man. But, of course, because it's Xenoverse 2, and this guy is a fucking man-child, or even a child, who the fuck knows, he insulted me anyway, even though I just offered critique on his content, and said, like, in fact, I didn't even say anything, I asked him, why are you modding? And then he just loses his shit. Okay, and then it goes beyond that. Some friends of mine actually found out about the video, I told them about him. I wasn't really trying to start a witch hunt per se, but I was just trying to get this guy known and tell them about him. They went on the video, they also commented, and then he assumed that everyone was just a fucking backup account, which is absolutely stupid. Like, you can't really get the idea through your head that multiple people could just hate your content. I have a few screenshots here, of course I'm going to show them. I don't have all of them. In fact, he deleted a few comments in his older videos. For obvious reasons, of course. He knows that, like, he's being called out. I'm pretty sure he knows that he's in the wrong, too. He comes with a lot of made-up bullshit, like backup accounts, checking IP addresses, and all this crap. Overall, he's a very immature person. He's a poison to the community. If you find him online, definitely avoid him. If he's not going to mod you, he will cheese you, probably. And it will not be fun. So yeah, definitely Gold Railroads. I also do not start a witch hunt, okay? I know you have a YouTube channel, but don't start a witch hunt. Better to just ignore him at this point, because he clearly can't even listen to critique, even when he's not even insulting in any manner. So it's better to just ignore idiots like these, since, you know, just talking to them or giving advice or criticism doesn't even work. vYoutubev. Alright, some of you might have heard of this person. Some of you may not have, who knows. vYoutubev was one of the first modders. It's not the first modder on Xenoverse 2. I think that he ended up making a lot of guides teaching how to mod. Now, based on what I've seen from this guy, he doesn't like spam marbling drop. I think he only uses it when he gets broken or some shit like that. I don't know for sure. But at the end of the day, he still mods. He still uses Bloody Sauce. He still uses Darkness Mixer, all that jazz. And those are still moves that are not meant to be played by CACs. They're not meant to be used by CACs, you know? So it's still cheating at the end of the day. He's a little more manageable, but like, if you want a fair game, I still recommend not going into the same lobby as him. Now, even though he's not as bad, the reason why I have him at number 2 is because he's a very well-known modder. He was one of the first, if not the first, modder for this game, of course. In fact, some may argue he even started the whole trend of online modders and shit, okay? So, I had to include him on the list. So, yeah. Okay, now we're moving on to the dishonorable mentions. Now, I have a lot of dishonorable mentions here. The reason why is because a lot of these modders stay quiet, to be honest. Like, none of them actually do anything stupid aside from modding. Yeah, a few of them are popular and everything, but there's nothing really juicy with them. Regardless, like, I still wanted to include them in this video somehow, so that way, like, people would be aware of who they are and who to stay away from. They'll obviously be in the description. I might butcher some of their names, but, you know, who cares? Like, I'm gonna put them on the screen, I'm gonna put them on the description, alright? So you guys know who to avoid. Now, we have Unknown Boruto, ImBlueCams, though he might not play anymore, UltraInstincx, RX7 1866, the FastestHit, XX Murat 651XX, Anime Mods with the Z 89, OmniGodRevenge, MyLifeIsOut, Pookie Bear version 2, Soul Killer 344, and True Blue God 52. Ooh boy, now we're moving into the deep shit, okay? RockOutRebel. Oh god, this guy is really well known for a multitude of reasons. This guy is like consistently on the rank scene, just ruining people's day, just trying to fuck with people. Like he for some reason, this dude, I feel like he's like an edgy teenager who like has a shitty life, so he wants to take it out on people and, you know, like make himself feel a lot bigger than he actually is. So he just comes on Xenoverse and he fucking mobs the game, and, you know, and then he claims he's really good. RockOutRebel, he's very consistent in his game. Like, he's on it quite a lot. Some of you might already know who he is, but like the reason why he's on here, and especially on the #1 spot, is because I have a personal grudge against this guy. Just the way he acts. Like, go on his YouTube channel. Like, on his YouTube channel, you will find a bunch of videos of him, quote-unquote, exposing players, when in all actuality, he's modding. If people leave, if people cheese, if people do a bunch of shit that's normally pretty dumb, then what else could they do? This guy is using mods. When it comes to cheese, it's totally fine if it's a modder, okay? That's why when, you know, people do it with RockOutRebel, I perfectly understand it. Like, he deserves it, and even then, like, you still have a high chance of losing, but you have to, but if you want to have a chance of even winning, that's all you can really do. And then he likes to insult people, call them trash, make these exposed videos, and of course these exposed videos have a fuck ton of dislikes because people see that he's cheating. Like, they see that he's modding. I tried asking him, like, as nicely as can be, why does he mod, and why does he take pride in cheating? Why does he take pride in his victories? Why does he think people are trash for losing against someone who's a cheater? And he has not responded to me. I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing is wrong. But, you know, he just hates people, I guess. I don't know what's with this guy. Something might be wrong with... maybe there's something going on in his life. I don't know. But, like, when people have limited time in their day, just going out of your way to ruin their fun and then make videos on them, that's, like, when they're just trying to have fun, that's just not cool. And I can go on and on about this guy, but you can easily find out a lot from him just by looking at his YouTube channel, or even just a quick Google search on him, and you'll find so many videos on him. Like, Cabby, his Sub-Saturday videos, when they feature modders, I've noticed he tends to be featured here and there. More so than a bunch of other modders I've seen on his Sub-Saturday series, and for good reason. He's a very consistent modder. For those of you who didn't know about him, now you know. And to quote G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so that's the end of my video. So, like I said, the point of this is just to educate people, so that way we know what kind of players to avoid, just who to stay away from. If you run into any of these modders now, you know, maybe I should bust out a certain preset for dealing with them, you know, bring out the body change or whatever, or I should just leave this lobby so that way I don't have to deal with their nonsense. Like I said at the beginning, I know that our days are very limited in time. So when we play this game, or any game for that matter, we want to have fun, relax, you know, unwind for the day, and then it's frustrating when that fun is ultimately taken away from us by people like these, who just go out to ruin our days. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this kind of video, if you guys like when I talk for whatever reason, and if I do get enough positivity from this video, maybe I'll make something else like this in the future. Who knows? It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Again, I'm not really seeking a lot of clout. I'm not seeking that many subscribers from this video. I'm just hoping that people will just be aware. Now, of course, if you want to subscribe, if you want to like, that's cool too. Again, the links of these mods will be left in the description. If you happen to make it this far, then awesome, dude. But you have the list right there. So if you want to copy and paste it into something, or you know, you just want to take a mental note of them, by all means, go ahead. So this is Wolfgang Master, and I am signing off. Peace.